All right. I'm pretty sure I hit continue. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. So that's all right. I'll leave you guys unmuted. Next time, feel free to chime in earlier. Yeah, I really apologize for that. But here we go. The other screen. We're going to do this question. What is the formula for each of the following stick figures, and classify each of them as primary, secondary, or tertiary for the carbons? And I made a copy. Let's make a copy and quickly put the carbons on. You should not have to do this ever to see their carbons there, but you know, we're just learning it, so it's good to see. And there's a C right there. Can't omit the H on the nitrogen. You're only allowed to omit H's on carbon, and carbon's forming 4 bonds all the time. So this carbon has 3 H's. Same for the other 2 carbons that are at the ends. This is taking way too much time for this question, isn't it? We'll do another version where we speed it up greatly. And carbon here has 3 bonds to carbon already, so it's missing 1. That's the 4th. 3rd and 4th here because the carbon had 2. 3rd and 4th here. 3rd and 4th here. And we're finished with that one. And we see 7 carbons. And we see 14 hydrogens. Let's count those. I'll do the ones on the end. 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16. We have a ongoing question about drawing all the possible isomers of C7H16. That's our second one, isn't it? Okay. Over here, same story. We can condense it to save a little time, and we'll do another version where we condense it even more. There's 2 H's missing there because there's 2 bonds. CH3s all the way around here. Put this in blue to remind myself to count those. There's 2 H's here. I have not done part B yet for anything. This carbon here, be careful. You don't want this to happen on your test. It happens sometimes, and I don't want it to happen at all, really. But some, students can say carbon has to have hydrogen. It's organic chemistry, right? And they put a hydrogen there. Oh, no. What happens on that student's test is I put this comment. I want it to be very clear that we don't do that. So up there we got OV, and minus 1 is your score. You just lost a point. You just drew a carbon with 5 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So don't be doing that. Don't be getting an OV on your test. Okay. 2 H's on the bottom middle one there. Oh, that's not, I didn't click the right function there. Missed it. I don't want red. 8 months of rust have set in, people. I will get better. That's a very bad 2. And there's an H here. And if I don't make this blue, I'll probably forget to count it. All right. Now my 2 looks like a 3. Yeah, don't like it. Two. Okay. So going slow. 3, 5, 8, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 21, 24, 25. And then carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, if you have elements other than carbon and hydrogen, this is how formulas always go for organic chemistry. It's always C's then H's because every organic molecule has those. And then you list the other elements alphabetically. So nitrogen before oxygen, and there's an N and there's an O. And later in this course, you're going to learn that this one has what's called an ether in here. Don't worry about that now. And what's called a secondary amine over here. That secondary has nothing to do with carbon classification. It's an amine classification. Wait for it. Let's do part B. We have a lot of primary carbons. Why don't we do it this way? Oh, my pen's off. New pen too. Primary, I'll use this symbol. And we have a primary, and a primary. Lots of primaries up here. And we're not finished with the primaries. You think, okay, primaries are easy. Every CH3 I'm going to call primary. Uh-oh. This C, using the rules that if it has one bond to C, it's primary, makes that primary as well. This C has only one bond to C, it's primary. This C has no bonds to C. It has a classification. I'm not going to give it to you now. You could call it zero dairy, but organic chemists would look at you a little funny if you said that. I think we got all the primaries. Secondary we'll do with a different symbol. Maybe a little telephone pole action. Got a telephone pole here, and here, and here, and here. Have to have two bonds to carbon to be classified as secondary. Two covalent bonds to carbon. Yeah, this one here is secondary, has the carbon and the carbon. Nitrogen does not count towards classification. And I think we have all the secondaries, and I don't think I gave you the word for tertiary. I just did. Tertiary. And I don't know. We'll use a double telephone pole. Or I don't know, a square. We have a tertiary right here. That does not look like a square. I have a square. And square. Diamonds are squares. It's a little big. There we go. Any other tertiaries? Nope, that's the only one on the page. And there's one quaternary. And triangle. Grab my triangle. Upside down triangle. You get my idea. Okay. There you go. Now, how can you practice this? You have lots of ways to practice this. You can go to the textbook and do the homework problems that say classify these carbons and do these formulas. That's good. But I really want to encourage you to do things that you find interesting. And I'm going to do something that most other subject teachers are going to say never to do. Let's see if this pops up for you. You should see that. I'm going to go to Wikipedia. I got something in the way of that. There you go. I'm going to search for a drug. Looks like I did some real cool searches lately, huh? All right, Wiki. Let's do methamphetamine. I mean, let's not do methamphetamine, but let's just wiki it. Must have spelled it wrong. Okay, we got methamphetamine there. And Wiki has been checked by chemists. That's why I can say you feel free to use Wiki for chemicals, specific chemicals. You'll notice they have a similar format all the time with useful information on the right side. I'm not going to go down to the formula because that's what we're trying to do. And you have a nice little program on your computer called a Snipping Tool that I'm going to open right now. I just went to the search box on everybody's computer, Snipping Tool. I typed in SNIP. Snipping Tool showed up. It looks like this. You can do this on your own too. I'm going to grab it. They didn't have to draw those CH3s there. That was very nice of them, by the way. And then we'll minimize this. And I got to find out. There we are. We're back. There it is. Okay. Those, I'm going to pretend they were sticks because they didn't have to tell you those things. We want to make sure we're learning as much as we can today. So there's a stick right there. That doesn't look like a good stick. Okay, good enough. And my apologies. I told you I was going to show you short forms for getting the answers. We're going to do the formulas on everything on this page, but there's quicker ways to get to these formulas. Here, I'm going to copy paste one more time. I'm not going to label the carbons. Those are easy to count. I hope you agree. Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing, didn't I? I went too far. Here we are. That's what I want. Okay. All I'm going to do is put dots for H's. So I don't have to draw the H's. 3 dots here, because there's one bond showing. 1 dot there. 3 dots there. 2 dots there. This seems to be a lot faster, doesn't it? I don't expect you to be able to go that fast right away. And hopefully we got 16 red dots over here, 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, and hopefully we got 25 here. 3, 5, 8, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 20, 24, 25, as promised. That seems to be a much better way to go, doesn't it? Let's do that with our newfound question molecule, methamphetamine. Pretty big problem in this country. TV shows made on it. And I just want the formula here. So let's use our new system. I think this is the first time we've seen a double bond, and a double bond is exactly what I just said, 2 bonds. So let's just focus on this one carbon right here. It has 2 bonds going up and 1 bond going down to the right. That's 3. There must be a 4th bond, and it's to H. Same for every bond in the ring there. This molecule is such an important subset of many molecules. We should learn now it's called benzene. And yes, methamphetamine has benzene as part of its structure. Alternating double, single, double, single, double, single in a hexagon. The carbon attached to the group, there's no room for an H there. It's got 2 bonds there, 1 there, and a 4th there. So no dots there, but 2 here, 3 here, and 3 here. Wow. 1 here. Wow. I see it. And 1 here for the H up on the nitrogen. So counting our hydrogen, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And carbons, you get 6 for the hexagon, 7, 8, 9, and the end of that stick is 10. And N gets listed at the end. And the nice thing about using the wiki, did I close it? I hope not. There it is. You can go down here and grade yourself. C10H15N right there. Nice. Okay. So feel free to do that with lots of molecules, you know, hydrocodone, oxycodone, you want to do heroin? I really suggest you don't, but let's look up heroin. And wiki. Watch how you spell heroin. If you spell it with an E on the end, it's the female lead in a movie or a play. And heroin, the molecule, has no E at the end. There's a good meme out there with Uma Thurman. She fits both roles in Pulp Fiction. All right, so here we have heroin. And we got our snip tool. They've got some extra information they didn't have to give you there. There's other things here too. Like they got bonds drawn with different like shapes there. Heroin's also known as diacetylmorphine. And I'm gonna get rid of this H here. They didn't have to tell you there's an H there. That thick line right there, that's just a bond. And it says the H is sticking out of the page. This dashed line is just a bond, and it means it's sticking behind the page. They did not have to give you that. And so H's are, you know, can be omitted off carbon, but they don't have to be. Yeah, they're just being extra nice all over the place here. We're learning that those have to be CH3s right now. Nope, I had my eraser going still. Okay, get the red dots going. It's interesting, there's already a dot there. I'm going fast here. I do not expect you to be able to go this fast. And there's 2 here. Be very careful right here, please. There is a bond from this carbon down to the bottom carbon. There's not a carbon in there or over here. That just means this bond is hidden because this is in front of it. These wedges mean in front of. And there's a dot here. Oh, where's my red? And there. And 2 there. 1 and 1 and 3 and 3. Let's do a quick check. No H's here. 4 bonds showing. 4 bonds showing. 3, 3. Need 1. 4. Need 0. Need 2. Need 1. Need 3. 2. 2, that's in front. This guy here, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, let's do the big count and cross our fingers. All right. It's a bigger molecule. Sometimes it's not mandatory, but find a kind of a halfway. So you don't have to start over if you make a mistake, and do the bottom half and the top half and add them up when you're done. So what do we have on top? I'm going to do carbons. 1, 2. The ring is 6 more. That's 8. And then 9. My yellow line cut that one off. C9. H3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just do the N's and the O's at the end. The bottom, 1 carbon on the left, 2. This hexagon is 6 more. That's 8. And then let's stick with the ones that aren't these fat bonds. So we've done all of that. We did these 2. We got 1 more here. That's 8 and then 9 and then 10 and 11 and 12. Counting the H's, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16. And we'll know if we made a mistake when we look at the wiki. C21, H23. There's 1 N and 5 O's. C21, H23, NO5. And, well, no, wrong. That was our old one. There we go. No, I lost it. And that's just, find hair. I lost my heroin. Here we go. Oh, H23. Somebody counted 2 extra carbons. Let's find out where we went wrong. Oh, did not. I had the right answer. Too hard on myself. Okay, this is going to bring to a close our second segment here. I'll be back in close to 5 minutes. Somebody send me an email if when I'm hovering over something and you don't see my mouse. I need to know that because I don't want to waste your time doing that. Like right now, I'm hovering over a CH3 that's on the first heroin drawing, and if you don't see me moving my mouse around right now, then I can't use that as a tool. I need to know. So somebody send me an email right now saying if I can do this, or unmute yourself if you can. But I will be stopping us right now. I'll see you in about 5 minutes.